Hello, Cubs fans, and welcome to another edition of Cubs on Tap. My name is Nick Hudson. I'm joined by Tyler Edmunds right here. We won 6-0. It was a fun time. Before we get into any of it, though, how are you doing, Tyler?
Nick, I tell you what, I'm doing pretty good. Not a bad day. I went golfing, and but no, man, it was good. I got to watch a little blast from the past in Rich Hill, and he lost. I'm good, man. Though I'm great. It's good to get back on here with you. But yeah, tonight was fun, man. Tonight was fun.
Tonight was fun, and you mentioned Rich Hill. We're going to get into him for sure because it's just wild that we're even saying Rich Hill, starting pitcher, Kansas City Royals. But yeah, we were able to get the W tonight. Bounced back from a terrible one yesterday. And yeah, I mean, it was just a bad way to start off your week, bad way to start off the series, especially coming off of, a good series against the Red Sox out of the break and everything. What did you think? Did you think it was just a one-off? Were you like the other Cubs fans on X freaking out that the whole season's over now that we lost the first place to Milwaukee? Where were you at?
Guys, chill out. Yesterday sucked. We can all agree. Yesterday sucked. Ben Brown just poo-pooed. He got his chance at redemption, and it was just pooed. But look at it this way, man. The two hottest teams the two best teams in the National League right now, Cubs and the Brewers. I said it at the beginning of the year. I said it in the offseason. The Brewers are the Brewers until they're not. They're so scrappy and just they find ways to win. As much as I can't stand them to watch and anything and all that crap, they're scrappy. They figure it out. But yeah, last night, and obviously that was just the icing on the cake, wasn't it? We lose in just such a horrendous fashion. Obviously, the Brewers turn around and win, and there you go. After sweeping the freaking Dodgers, who we thought, you play a series with the Red Sox, win 2 out of 3, and you see the schedule, and the Brewers are playing the Dodgers. You're like, oh man, we're gonna gain at least a game or two on the Brewers, and it is that's baseball for you. But yeah, last night Ben Brown just reminded everyone that he's not it. He's not it for that option, for that starter option that we need in this rotation right now. You get a 4-1 lead, of course, and we talked about it pre-show. If the little opener, as far as letting Frazier start off, and then you have Brown come in the second, and of course, what does he do? He gives up a home run in his first inning, and then just proceeds to 5 earned runs in 4 innings, and it looked a lot like the same old stuff that we've seen. Fastballs, flat. His curveball just can't seem to throw it for a strike. And like you said before the pre-show, you get down like that. Everybody in the park knows what's coming, and it's that flat fastball, and they just teed off on it. Matt Shaw looked great. Yep. Matt Shaw reminded everybody that, hey, I can freaking play some baseball. Calm down. And yeah, at the end of last night's game, it was just a reminder that this team needs help, obviously from the starting pitching. And I can live with Matt Shaw as this team's third baseman for the rest of the season. If they obviously Eugenio Suarez would be awesome. But let's say he goes to the Mariners or whoever, not the Brewers.
Not the Brewers.
Let's hope to God that doesn't happen. But if Matt Shaw is this team's starting third baseman for the remainder of the season, if he's your quote unquote worst player in the lineup, that's not bad at all, because Matt Shaw so far since the All-Star break has been really good.
Yeah, 100%. I would have to say that the Matt Shaw homer yesterday was just about the best thing of that whole game. So, he's looked a lot better. I know he's made some more adjustments, even in the break and stuff, and he's made adjustments out of Iowa, and he's starting to look better. And that's a big statement to say, if we don't get a third baseman, we're happy with that. It's true. I mean, if Shaw is your worst guy, quote unquote worst guy, like you said, you can't be too upset with that. So I agree with you 100% there. And in terms of Ben Brown, man, I was puzzled that they even gave him that opportunity.
Oh yeah, I think everybody was. I think
Yeah.
I had to do a double check when you see the lady that always takes the pictures of the
Sam
players coming in.
I'm sorry, I forgot the name.
I
of
had to
it.
do a double. I was like, "What? Really?"
I know.
Like,
I did the same thing.
yeah,
I was like, is that Ben Brown? Is he coming to help the bullpen? No, we knew what he was coming to do, and they gave him what I think. First of all, I think the leash was too long here. I don't think he needed one last shot at all. I think the last outing really showed that was it when he got sent down. But for some reason, they just have like confidence in this guy's stuff and his ability. And I mean, don't get me wrong, his raw stuff is really good, and we know he's got that raw curveball, the fastball, and everything. But like you said, it's flat. And when you're a starter, you need another pitch to kind of throw guys off, because when you get into trouble, when you're behind in the count, if they know that your breaking ball is just going to be in the dirt, they know what's coming. I mean, if you're 3-0, 3-1, they know exactly what's going to be coming, and they just sit on it. So it's tough. It's tough to see for Ben Brown, but I mean, I've said it this whole season. I don't mind him in the bullpen. I don't think now is a good time to be like, oh, well, let's put him in the bullpen.
Test it out now, yeah.
But I think that's something that you can argue that the Cubs probably didn't handle fully correctly. I think he should have been in the bullpen a lot earlier because he's got the stuff for it. And I mean, we were talking off air. Horton came up and he earned his stay. He is a starter. He's got the arsenal of pitches to be a starter. And Ben Brown's just kind of on the opposite side of the spectrum there. So it was one of those like wash away games. You know, it was you gave him a little too much credit. He gave up 6 earned runs, not 5.
6 earned runs.
6
okay. I couldn't remember if it was 5 or 6.
Yeah, so just
I lost count.
Yeah, it's just easy to do.
He just got
not hard to do with Ben Brown, but yeah. And then unfortunately Flexen comes in, you know, probably just to save the bullpen a little bit.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He gets rocked too for 5 earned runs, and that was pretty much it. I mean, 6-3 you can come back from, but 12 when you got 12 runs up there, I mean, it was pretty much done, and I knew it was done. And of course, you're watching the scoreboard. I know we're not supposed to be watching the scoreboard, but I was watching the scoreboard late at night, and it just made things, you know, worse. But baseball is a long season, and that's what makes this game so fun. And to turn the page to tonight, they were able to just wash that away. And that's what this team has done all season. They can have really horrible games, heartbreaking games where you're just like way worse than yesterday. You're just heartbroken. And then they come out and look like a completely different team. They don't let anything hang over them. And that's the sign of a championship team. That's the sign of a winning team. And that's exactly what they did tonight. They came out and they looked completely different, much more aggressive on the base paths. They pulled out the small ball in certain ways, and they changed their identity. I mean, the home run ball wasn't there, so they just adjusted. And my favorite thing about tonight, and I know you're going to probably agree with me, Matt frickin' Boyd. I mean, come on. Matthew Boyd is just unstoppable right now. Mr. Quality Start. Let's just call him Mr. Quality Start.
14. Was that 14, right?
So that's 14. Yep.
23 scoreless straight innings.
Yep.
I mean, I think you could argue. Okay, last year you could argue that Shota Imanaga was the most underrated signing of the offseason last year. I think you could argue right now that Matthew Boyd was the most underrated free agent signing. It had to have been the most underrated free agent signing of the offseason last year. Was the 2-year, damn near $30 million deal that I was screaming my head off when I saw that, and was just like, what the F is this team doing signing Matthew Boyd? I was so mad, but of course, Juice and Ron both convinced me. They had their stat cast and stuff like that, and was explaining, I think he's going to be a lot better, Tyler. You just watch. I think he's going to be a lot more beneficial to this team, and blah, blah, blah. And of course, they were right. And Matthew Boyd like you said, has continued to prove me I'm sorry. I'm sorry I doubted you. I'm so sorry. That guy, you see his name penciled in on the, you pull up the pitching matchup and you see his name penciled in, and it's just, I'm confident that this team's going to have a legitimate chance to win tonight. And yeah, Kansas City made 3 errors, but you know what? Our offense capitalized on it. They did.
Yep.
I get it. Justin Turner could have easily just jogged that ball out to first. That, and I get it. Salvador Perez dropped it, but he could have quickly picked it up. And, maybe it wasn't out for all we know, but runs it out, drops the ball, and it just spirals after that. Freaking Matt Shaw, one of the most heads up, probably the most, maybe not the most, but one of the most heads up plays in the entire game. You have runners on second and third, Justin Turner on third, Matt Shaw on second, ground ball to the shortstop, right? 2 outs. I know, 1 out. Sorry, 1 out. Ground ball to Bobby Witt at short. Justin Turner takes off home. Matt Shaw on second could have stayed at second base and not got tagged out. Runs straight to third. Runs kind of obstructs the view of Bobby Witt, so that instead of making that throw, because he would have been out by 30 feet had he thrown it home. But because Matt Shaw runs to third, yeah, he gets thrown out. But because he obstructs the view of Bobby Witt to make that throw at home, he has to make the play at third to get that out, but a run scores. Makes it 2-0. And yeah, for anybody, oh man, well, he just got tagged, ran right into an out. Like, no, he didn't. That was a heads up play that when I saw that, I was like, holy crap, that was great. That was great. But I know we're talking about Matthew Boyd, but my God, yeah, impressive. Just impressive so far.
100%. I think he saw that episode. I think he took a picture of your face.
It was just like, I'll show that ball.
Put in his workout room, and he's like,
oh yeah,
I'm gonna get this guy.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna get him.
It's like the Rocky meme where he just grabs the picture and crushes it and just
yeah. That's what he did. Because I mean, he's looked completely different, and I was on your boat too. I wasn't too happy about that move, but it's looking like one of the best ones for sure. And I agree with you 100% that when you don't have the home run ball, those little things like Matt Shaw doing that is so huge. And that's heads up baseball. It goes
between that and there was another one, Kyle Tucker with the steal home. I think, who was it? Saya that ran into the rundown right there.
Yeah,
and Kyle Tucker I mean,
went home.
It's stuff like that with this team. I think they got 5 stolen bases this game, which a lot of that had to do with by the Rich Hill. I felt okay, Nick. I felt like if I was in the dugout if I was just a spectator in the dugout, I would have ran over to the coach and been like, "Ooh, I caught something, coach." Rich Hill. First of all, I don't know how that guy got away without at least 1 balk tonight. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I did notice, because they were stealing on him all night. But if you noticed with Rich Hill, you could tell he hates the pitch clock. You can tell the pitch clock is something that he would like to just take and throw in the garbage can, because you're sitting there watching. I mean, it was like watching somebody just do P90X or something all night long, because you see him, he was constantly moving and just like,
fighting for his life out there.
Like, if you noticed with like, okay, if nobody was on, he's like pitching in the windup. Like, he was constantly moving. It wasn't like he's standing on it. I never noticed him standing on the mound, like set and then waiting for the call to pitch. It's like the second he stepped on the mound, he was going. But when he had a runner on, and I saw this, he, most of the night, if he was going home, like it felt like he wouldn't even fully like come set, he would throw it. And my wife was sitting next to him. I'm like, he's going to get called on a balk tonight. Well, then the times that like he actually legitimately looks like he's coming set, he would throw over. And he only did it like 2 times tonight. And I was just like, got it. I want to call Craig right now and let him know. Got it.
You got to tell him.
How that guy, props to Rich Hill, 20 plus year career, starts with the Cubs in 05. I I was a 14-year-old kid about to be 15. I will say, watching him pitch as a 14-year-old, I was as they would say, a crafty lefty, aka a left-hander that throws slow. That's what a crafty lefty is. I don't care what that's what he's crafty. It's okay. You can say I threw slow. That's all right. How he's able, tonight, I think he topped out at 90 miles an hour and was still, I'll give it to him. He was fooling hitters. He was keeping hitters off balance. I mean, his curveball must have like just some crazy spin on it or something. But, man, yeah, I saw that tonight. It was just funny watching him because you could see the 45 years old. You could see the 45 years on him, if that makes any sense. And it was, again, it was, I'm not just thinking because, hey, when I'm 45, if I can still throw in the majors, hell yeah, that would be awesome. I did notice though, also, his last, I thought it was his last batter. Carson Kelly gets a hit to left, right? And this is, you could tell he just huffing, just dead. And he stands on the back of the mound and he looks over at the dugout as if like, hey, is anybody coming out to get me? And when he realizes nobody comes up because PCA is coming up, you could see like with his lips, like he just like, oh, F me, man. And just gets back up and I just thought that was funny, but no, it was cool. It was cool to see. Props to Rich Hill. I know I give him, kind of give him a hard time, but that's cool. It was cool to see all that. But hey, glad he lost tonight.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. I mean, God, he's still spinning that ball, dude. And my girlfriend looked over at me and she's like, are they checking his hands in between innings? I'm like, they might be giving him a veteran pass there. I'm not sure. But
who knows?
He still can spin that ball. And respect to Rich Hill. But honestly, 1 earned run, I was expecting the Cubs to put up a freaking crooked number early on him.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You see Nico get the first at bat of the game. Nico just smokes it off of him, and I'm just thinking, as soon as that happens, like, okay, they've got this guy figured out. Yeah, it's gonna be cake. And I want to say even like Dansby had a couple hard hits.
He did,
but yeah, I'm like you. I thought they were about to just put an 8 spot on this guy, but
I did too. But he settled in, and props to him. Went 5 strong, 1 earned run. He gave up 6 hits. I mean, we had our chances there, but I think they went 2 for 12 with runners in scoring position. So they did leave a lot of opportunities out there.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I mean, they still got
Had a scary moment with Kyle early in the game. Kyle Tugger fouled that ball off his knee, and you could, I want to say that may have been his. I think it was his second at bat.
Yeah.
Scary moment. I think everybody in the ballpark just died for 10 seconds.
I died.
Oh yeah, that was scary. But, seemed to be all right. PCA seems to be all right because he had the bruised knee yesterday and was out.
From that bullshit play where Crochet blocked the bag, completely blocked the bag. We didn't talk about that. We weren't on that, but yeah.
Oh, the Sunday game.
Yeah, that was the Sunday game. Yep.
Yeah, that looked nasty. Nasty. What about, and I know we're kind of bouncing around about the game, but Nico Horner tonight, why not leave that guy in the leadoff spot for the time being? I know we like to talk about Michael Bush being in the leadoff spot. I personally, I mean, it's cool. It's cool to see that from time to time, but I would rather see Michael Bush in a spot with runners on, in a run, an opportunity to drive some runs in. But Nico Horner, it. A lot of people might have forgotten, but that dude used to be 2 years ago was this team's leadoff hitter and was really freaking good.
Yep.
I want to say he was top 2 in the league in what was it? Swing and miss. Like he made contact. It wasn't no who's the kid for Los Angeles or for the A's right now? Shortstop. Mine's gone blank. Does not miss the ball at all. It may be not up to that level, but I mean, Nico Horner can be a leadoff guy, and if that's what it takes to get this team to continue to put up runs, because as we know, Ian Happ not having July. I can tell you right now, Ian Happ is definitely ready for July to just be done and over with. 3 extra base hits all month long. I think he's batting like 1 I don't even know if it's hovering around 150 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell he is ready for July to be over and done with. But Nico Horner, man, 2 hits. I believe it was 2 hits. 2 hits tonight. A stolen base. I want to say he got his 18th or 19th tonight. Love that guy. Love that guy in the leadoff spot right now.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. He's that kind of guy that you want there, and like you said, he's done it before. So I agree 100%. And he's got the speed too. I mean, he can get on, he can swipe a base, he gets things going, and
Yeah.
I mean, I like that with Hab struggling so mightily. I'm surprised they didn't do it sooner, putting Horner
I know.
up there
Which
at the top.
I got July right now, not counting tonight because of course Baseball Reference takes forever to update till the like the current games or whatever. But coming into tonight, 164, 3 extra base hits, 11 strikeouts, which isn't terrible. And I mean, because that's 11 strikeouts in 55 at bats, but a 536 OPS, 281 on base percentage. Yeah, he is ready for July just to be done with.
Yeah, he's ready to turn the page. But yeah, I mean, Steve puts it best here. He is definitely a machine.
Yeah,
RBIs running in
for sure. Yeah, Steve, I'm telling you, like, and he's another guy too. I know I was talking about liking Michael Bush with guys on base. Nico, I like guy. Same thing with Nico. When guys are on base, more times than not, he's going to make contact. He's going to put the ball in play, and give this team an opportunity to score more runs.
Yep, 100%, and that's exactly what you need, especially in this climate where you're going to have games, you're going to have down spouts with this offense. I mean, the consistency, it's been there, but it goes up and down. So it's good to have a consistent factor right up at the top of the lineup. And Horner, who really generally is always a consistent bat. Like you can always rely on him to
for sure
come through, situationally hit. He's exactly the guy that you want up top. So
and with Nico, with his speed just in general, and he's obviously got PCA on the team, so he's not the fastest guy on the team. But with Nico, even when he's in a slump, if you even want to call it that, he's gonna do things in the game as far as getting on base. And when he does get on base, then more than likely he's gonna at least he's gonna steal a base. So he can, even in his slumps, if you want to call him that, because I don't remember I don't remember too many slumps that Nico Horner's had. I know he's had a couple, but like still, even in his slumps, he's gonna do stuff to impact the game.
100%. Well, that's
not
wild.
Not that Ian Happ, because I know we're talking about Ian Happ too, but not that Ian Happ doesn't do that. I'm just saying with Nico and that speed, it's just,
I know exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like the opportunities for him, It just seems like he has more opportunities to do that.
Oh, totally. No, I agree 100%. And it's crazy to me that Cubs fans last year were calling for Nico to be traded away. Like it's just wild because he
oh yeah, for sure.
He's part of this team. Like he is part of this identity of who they are.
I know we talk about, and I get it. The Kyle Tucker in this lineup has just drastically changed everything. Ask Seiya Suzuki, but Nico's another guy. You've got I mean, I get it. It starts with Tucker and him being a glue guy, but you could throw Nico in there as one of the key role players in this lineup as well. I know he's a guy that sometimes gets forgotten about.
Yeah.
Because of guys like PCA, guys like Michael Bush, who's having a hot season, guys like obviously Tucker and Seiya and whoever else. But Nico's just another legit role piece for this team that if he's not on this team right now, who knows? I get it. Yeah, Tucker's on the team, Seiya's on the team and all that. But Nico, like you said, he's just another guy that you can pencil in. You know that he's gonna impact this game more ways than one.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. There was one thing I wanted to get your opinion on. It's probably very small and minute, but to me, I got upset about it when I saw the lineup. And I know we can talk about lineup construction or whatever.
Oh, okay.
But having Turner above Shaw, what did you think of that? Like, come on.
I just wonder if it's a thing with him where Shaw has found success in that 9-hole spot so far.
Yeah.
He's comfortable there. Kind of like, what was it, 2 years ago when Nico was in the 9 spot and we just saw how freaking best 9-hole hitter in the league at the time. I don't know, maybe if it's something like that. That's the only thing I can think of is maybe with Justin Turner hitting in front of him, you know Justin Turner's going to have a professional at bat. He's standing right there on deck watching it before every single one of his at bats. Maybe, if anything, that's the only thing I can think of, because I get it. Matt Shaw is a lot faster than Justin Turner, and you get Matt Shaw on base, Justin Turner has a shot at driving him in. But I think it's just a case of he's found a little bit of comfortability.
Sure.
I think that's right. In the 9-hole spot, that's the only thing I can think of. And speaking of that, was it last night? Was it last night or the night before that we saw Michael Busch back in the lineup against lefties? Which tonight, I know he wasn't in that, which just kind of rubbed me
the other thing I was going to get your opinion on.
Because you got this guy that's basically throwing slow pitch softball.
Yeah. I know. You're putting Justin Turner in. I know.
And I get it. Justin Turner's been a little bit better as of late, but Michael Busch, man, he's got 20 bombs. You telling me right now, playoffs start tomorrow and you got a lefty on the mound, and you're going to put Justin Turner in the lineup over Michael Busch? I get it the other night. What lefty did they face the other night that Michael Busch was finally in the lineup in a lefty, and it was just like, holy crap, Michael Busch is in the lineup finally. I know against St. Louis on July 4th, he crushed lefties.
Yep.
But anyways, yeah, I wish the whole platoon thing would just. I get it with some guys, but with Michael Busch, man, that's a potential run right there in the lineup with one swing.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was Noah Cameron. I think it was the other night. Yeah, 100%. And I don't understand. Like, I shouldn't say this, but I'm kind of a Justin Turner. Like, I like him, but I'm kind of a hater at the same time. I have some bad blood from when he was on the Dodgers, what he did to the Cubs, all this stuff. And if he came over and he did really well, I would have just learned to love him. But I get the veteran presence and I get all that. But can't you do that without putting him in the lineup? Like,
yeah, true.
Give Michael Busch that opportunity. Even if he's not going to hit for power against lefties, he's still going to slap you more base hits than Turner's going to. So, yeah, it's a puzzling decision to me. And you bring up a good point. If that's happening in the playoffs or later in the season, I think the screams are going to get a little louder about that for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah.
Sure. We'll have to see what happens with this deadline. And Steve brings up a good question here. I want to bring this up. I like this a lot. So should Craig be like his old buddy, Pat Murphy, in regards to benching guys sooner, like Pat's doing in Milwaukee? I think that's contributing to the Brewers' success right now. Deliver or get benched.
Yeah. Well, and I think he's probably at least right now, I'm assuming he's referring to Ian Happ.
Yep.
I mean, do you bench Ian Happ, put Say in left, and throw Turner at DH? Or we're not seeing there. There's no way you're getting a call up from a young. Is that the move? Is that one of the moves that they're going to make by the day? Oh, we're not. Maybe we get a starter. We're not going to get another bat because we're going to call up another bat.
We'll bring up outfield.
You got to have, for this team to roll in the playoffs, Ian Happ. Ian Happ's got to be in the lineup. Ian Happ's got to be hitting, and I get it. He's not right now. But surely to God, you're not going to – surely they wouldn't call up like a young guy to be like, here, Ian.
To replace Happ. Well, I've seen calls for that. So it's interesting you say.
I mean, his value and people have – you know how it is this time of year. People throw out all kinds of different trade ideas. We've all done it. We pick and choose from teams. This is this guy, blah, blah. Have you seen a little bit of rumblings about the possibility of Ian Happ getting traded?
Yeah.
I just don't think it happens right now, though. There's no way. His value alone isn't that great right now.
I was going to say his value right now.
His value's terrible right now. And yeah, he's got one more year on his contract left. But Ian Happ's a guy that you've got to have in that lineup when he's hitting. But I mean, to answer Steve's question, I guess maybe he does need a day or two off to kind of just reset.
Yeah.
But
it's interesting.
I don't know.
Murphy is doing that, so
I mean, at the same time, too, though, it's not like this team is struggling. I get it. It's not like this team is struggling as much as just Milwaukee is hot right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, they've got a 1-game lead on us right now. I guess it would be different if I guess it would be different if this team was in second place in the division, maybe 3, 4, 5 games back, or maybe even third in the division, and kind of
Sure.
just barely hanging on to a playoff spot. I can understand it from that standpoint. With the Brewers, man, I think that it's just different over there. It really
Yeah.
is the way that Pat is over there, that Pat Murphy is over, just that whole thing. It's just a different style over there than it is here in Chicago. Like, I feel like with Pat Murphy, there's more kind of like what Steve's talking about, just, contribute or I'm benching you, that kind of. And I'm not saying that's what he legitimately does in the clubhouse, but
Sure.
you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like it's things and that it's just a little bit different because Chicago, you got all these stars, whereas Milwaukee, you don't. You've got a lot of kids over there. You got a lot of
Scrappy.
young guys.
Yep, they're scrappy.
So you
Yep.
got to do that with some of those guys. Even Churio, who has he's supposed to be the next big thing over there, but even with him, I'm sure they, and I don't know how good or bad he's doing right now, but it's just a different locker room over there. So I can see why maybe that works over there, whereas over here, I just don't know how well that would work here. But
Yeah.
again, I'm not panicked right now about it as far as, I mean, yeah, would you like to see Ian Happ having a better month of July? Sure. But it's like we always say, I feel like, and it's every year with Happ, he somehow at the end of the year, the numbers are going to be there.
Yeah, he'll even it out. Yeah, the up and down can be frustrating for the majority of Cubs fans that are panicking.
And it's like we said, not to start talking about, oh man, the Brewers, because they're in front of us. I look at it this way: like the Brewers are playing the hottest baseball they are playing right now.
Yep.
We've came out of this All-Star break. You beat Boston 2 out of 3 games, who was coming off a 10-game winning streak.
Yep.
And yeah, you get embarrassed last night by Kansas City. That should have been a win. Should have penciled a win. And then tonight you bounce back and take an easy win. People forget Kansas City, they had a bad month. I want to say June was all. I want to say they were like 8-18.
Yeah, they had a horrible stretch.
You take out that month of June, and
yeah.
this is a completely different Kansas City Royals team with, a Bobby Witt Jr. and I get it. Salvador Perez is freaking, probably 36, 37 years old, but he's still a presence in the lineup. And they've got picked. They were a team that a lot of people had predicted to win the division before the season started. So yeah, you take out that month of June in Kansas City. Yeah, you can't do that. But and I'm not trying to say that Kansas City is better than they should have won that game last night. But I feel like we've got a Milwaukee's hot streak right now. It's not going to last. Yeah, they can be consistent and everything like that, but I think they're playing the hottest, best baseball right now that they will play.
Yep.
And I think we've got so much room right now to just heat up, even more. So much more room to cook.
Oh, I agree. And our friend Darren brings up a good point there. He does have a no trade clause.
Oh yeah, he's not going
to want to leave here. Yeah,
I just know people. You know how people are when they get stuff. Oh man, we need to start thinking about trading Happ, and people start pointing this guy, and he's not going anywhere.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of, like I said, panicking. A lot of people just don't understand the 162 game stretch of baseball, and they freak out. And like you said, Happ will even it out at the end. He always does. And if he goes on a hot stretch towards the end, so be it. That's when we need him. So
for sure,
just let it play out how it's going to play out. But I agree with you. It was a good win tonight. You definitely needed it just to bounce back. Milwaukee, by the way, they're losing right now 1-0.
Oh man, you hate to see it.
Yeah.
But though, here's the thing. It's fun that them being good right now, and we'll probably go back and forth. I know next week they've got the series in Milwaukee. I want to say in 2 weeks they've got one at home against Milwaukee. I tell you this, it's going to be a fun. We've got 61 games left of the regular season. Think about that. 2 months.
Yep.
And that's it.
That's
9 days. 9 days till the trade deadline. This team is sitting at what is it? 60-41.
Yep.
60-41. 19 games over 500. There's no reason to panic right now. You are one of the best teams in baseball. They're going to make a move. They're going to make it 9 days till the trade deadline. They're going to make a move.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I know we talked about it beforehand. And we don't have to turn it because I know on Sundays we'll go on and on and on about stuff.
Sure.
It's kind of like our off the rail show. But who's one guy, maybe one or two guys that you've got your eyes on right now? Because I know you've been killing it right now on the articles. You've wrote it feels like 50,000 articles in the past month.
I appreciate it.
Just from all kinds of stuff. And they're all, check them out if you haven't yet. Who's one or two guys right now? And I think we both are kind of on the same page as far as we've got our eyes on pitchers. Who's one or two guys that you have your eyes on that, hey, Jed, this is who you need right now?
Yeah. I'm in the camp of get a package. Go get a starter and get a good bullpen arm. The team I would be targeting is the Twins. I would love to see Joe Ryan and Johan Duran. That's just – I would love to see it.
Duran would be nasty.
Joey brings up a good point here because if you're doing that package, you are most likely giving up Casey.
Casey, you're not moving. Oh, I agree. You're not moving Owen Casey we've talked about me and you talked about it pre-show. Everybody's talked about it for the past month. Arizona, they probably got the most. They're more than likely probably going to make the most trades as far as trading people away from their team than probably anybody in the league. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows?
Yep.
But everyone's Eugenio Suarez, Zach Gallen, Merrill Kelly, because you've got all these guys, especially with Gallen and Suarez, they're just one of your deals. They can turn around and come back to Arizona next year if they want to. You're not giving up Owen Casey for that.
No.
Owen Casey, and I don't even think you give up Owen Casey. I know people were earlier in the year were saying Owen Casey in a package for Sandy Alcantara. I don't even know if you give up Owen Casey for that either. And the thing is, I'm not even the biggest prospect guy, but as far as just keeping up with how well prospects are doing in the minors right now, but I don't even think Sandy Alcantara is a guy that maybe the other kid for Miami, is it Cabrera?
Yeah, and I think Joey brings that up as well.
Maybe him. Here's a guy,
yep,
a starter that we talked about before the show that I would maybe consider giving up Owen Casey for, but under one circumstance. And the circumstance is, obviously, you got to give up Owen Casey for this guy, but you are also, this team is agreeing to pay a hefty chunk of his remaining contract.
Yep.
I think you pick up the phone and you call Texas and you say, hey, what's the deal for Jacob deGrom look like? Yep. I get it. He's an older dude, but like you said, when we were talking, he's been there, done that. Yeah. He had his little injury bug for that little stretch there. But I mean, this year, dude, it's been a blast from the past. I think he's got 9 or 10 wins right now, 2.2 ERA tonight, 6 innings, 9 strikeouts. He's not just no offense to Merrill Kelly. And honestly, no offense to Joe Ryan, who's an all-star. Jacob deGrom, he's a dude. You pencil, you put, I mean, I don't know, maybe do you start him in game 1? If you have him on your
you're starting him over Boyd. Yeah.
Are you starting him over Shota and Boyd? Maybe you pencil him in between them.
Maybe righty, lefty, maybe. Shota,
but
DeGrom, Boyd, yeah.
I don't know if he's my straight up number 1, but he's a guy that the more that I've watched a little bit these past few weeks, and I like keeping up with him when he finally made his debut this year. It was just cool to see him finally come back and just you could tell he was back a little bit. And just
agree.
The rest of as this season has gone on, he's just reminded everyone, hey, I still freaking got it. I mean, hell, if damn near 45-year-old Rich Hill can do it, I can freaking do it too. And a whole lot better. I'm not saying I want to say he's probably 30, Let's see. I want to say he's probably 36, maybe. I could be wrong. I
He
know
might
he's
be
not.
maybe
Let's
he's
see
like
here.
38, maybe. No,
Let's see, just real quick. Jacob DeGrom. He's 37. He's 37, but still, I don't know. I don't know if and like I said, if you give up an Owen Casey, it would have to be for that contract as well. And
sure.
I don't know. And
Yeah,
maybe they throw in, I don't know what their bullpen looks like. I don't know what the rest of the rotation. I know they're not touching. I feel like Jack Leiter's not going anywhere. I know he's got like a 4+ ERA, but maybe Nathan, maybe a double. This is not going to happen, but let's just say Texas's GM is just drunk off his ass on trade deadline and just is like, you know what? I'll throw in Jacob DeGrom and Nate Eovaldi for Owen Casey. Why not? My God, here you go, cowboy up. You know.
Wow, then yeah, that's when
That would
that's when
be,
you
and
have to pull
Nate
the trigger
Eovaldi.
on that.
Nate
Yeah,
Eovaldi may be another guy that you consider.
could be.
But
Yeah.
other than that, I mean, there's it just these next 9 days are going to be, it'll be interesting because you see how if these next 9 games you got a team that goes on a 9-game losing streak, then you look at Kansas City tonight. Do they give up tomorrow? Seth Lugo's throwing. Is he a guy that maybe they pick up the phone for? I wouldn't hate that.
I wouldn't hate
Uh,
that at all. Seth Lugo, even Mitch Keller. I mean, I wouldn't hate
yeah,
it. Yeah, you got to focus on pitching, and as you said at the start of the show, with Shaw coming around a little bit with the bat, it does give you a little more luxury of not having to go get a third baseman. I still personally, I wrote an article about this. Shameless plug. Eugenio Suarez would be tripling down on offense. And
oh for
you
sure.
already have the best, pretty much the best offense in all of baseball. You would
Oh for
be
sure.
tripling down on that, and you might just be able to wipe away any pitching woes that you would have had.
Yeah.
So, and he's going to cost a good chunk just because of what he's done and everything, but he's
Oh,
a
yeah.
rental. Like you said, next year he can go back to Arizona if he really wants to. So, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. And Darren actually brings up a really good point, and I agree 100% with it.
Oh yeah.
You're
No
not going to
shot.
carry those guys. Yeah.
Darren, if those 3 guys are still on this deadline, then that tells you that Jed Hoyer screwed up at the
I
trade.
think Turner could possibly still be here just because of what they have with him. I don't. It's just something about him being a veteran, the respect that they have, all that stuff. I can't see them taking him off the roster. But Birdie and Bruhan are gone. There's no doubt about that in my mind. But
Yeah. At least one of those 3 guys are gone by the deadline.
yeah,
Who I'm not sure. I mean, hey, Birdie's made a couple appearances out of the bullpen. Maybe you keep him for the bullpen. Yeah.
He's got speed too. He could be like your Terrence Gore type of guy a little bit. But I'd rather see him.
I agree. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way about that. What was Joey saying? I know Joey asked about because we talked about Cabrera a little bit and Bubik from what is that, Kansas City?
Yeah, he was talking about Bubik as well. Yeah. That's another one.
Did he make the All-Star team this year?
It sounds like familiar that
He may have.
I think he may have. Joey would know. Joey put it in the comments.
I wouldn't hate it, but I want a guy, and again, it's going to be hard to do just because of who's going to be available and who's not. I want a needle mover.
You
not
have
just
to.
we're going to get Sandy Alcantara and hope that we figure something out in the pitching lab in this next month real quick. Okay, so he did. I mean, I wouldn't hate it, but I want everybody does. I get it, but this team really just needs another needle mover. And I get it. You're eventually going to get Jameson Taillon back. And hey, people may have even already forgotten about Javier Assad. We're going to get him back. I'm pretty sure tomorrow, we talk pre-show, him and Miguel Amaya start their rehab assignment, I think tomorrow. And they're pushing for sometime early August. And I get it. Assad may not start you a bunch of games, but maybe he opens for you and throws. I mean, he's in the past has been a starter, and he's been that guy that can give you 5 or 6 innings and if that's what he can come back and do right out of the gate, then hell yeah, sign me up.
100%. No, I agree. I mean, if you get Assad back, it's almost like a trade acquisition of getting a pitcher. So he's that Swiss Army knife that could really benefit you far
Oh
down
yeah,
the stretch
for sure.
here. So it's gonna be
But
interesting.
still, even then, with getting Tyon and Assad back, I hope they don't look at those two guys and be like, oh, those are our acquisitions that we're getting. I hope that's not the case
I agree.
because
No, like you said, needle mover. Yeah,
yeah,
it's a good
you
way
need
of
a.
putting it.
I like your idea as far as a package for a starter and a reliever because a reliever would I agree too with they need a starter for sure. They I feel like more than likely they're going to get it seems like every trade deadline they get a reliever.
They get a reliever.
And
Yeah,
hell, maybe even another guy, maybe even another arm, a guy that may not be as big of a needle mover, but a guy that you can throw at the end, in the last month of the season. Maybe even a guy that ends up not even making the playoff roster, but a guy that helps you get to the playoffs. And
yep, 100%. No, I agree. It's going to be a really interesting deadline. We're getting closer and closer, and as you know, once a couple moves are made, the floodgates open. So it's just a matter of time as to when that's going to happen and when the dominoes are going to fall. And I'm sure we're going to talk about it more on Sunday and get really in depth.
yeah,
But those are some people that I'm looking at for sure. And I think we're on the same page with you got to put all your eggs in pitching at first, and then the rest is gravy. If you want to go get a third baseman like Suarez, fine, but you got to make sure that if you're going to use your hardcore prospects, that you're going to focus on getting a very good starting pitcher with maybe control.
yes,
Yeah, but yeah, what did Joey say here? Like Assad. Yeah, see exactly. Yeah. So
yep,
yeah. No, I agree with Joey here. I like Assad, but I feel like he has to be locked at as to whatever he gives you is gravy after all this time with no pitching. It's a big
sure.
question mark. I mean, he's been gone for a while, so you have no idea what he's going to be like.
And not that this is saying a whole lot, but I mean, there's no way. I mean, surely it's going to be surely it's going to be at least a little better than what we saw last night in Ben Brown.
Thank you.
You would
100%.
think. You would hope.
You would think.
And hey, hopefully Ben Brown figures it out eventually. I'm not trying to. Maybe he comes back and contributes down the road and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, hopefully it was a lot better than what it was yesterday.
I agree 100%. If he's going to come back, he's going to be in the bullpen. That's for sure. So we'll just have to see how that goes. But Tyler, moving on to tomorrow. Friend Jay says here that a lot of runs will be scored tomorrow with the wind blowing out.
Bring it on.
Classic 120 start tomorrow. And the wind hopefully is blowing out, but you're going against Seth Lugo. What do the Cubs need to do to put some balls in the bleachers?
I look at it this way. It's a lot like tonight. You got to take advantage of what they give you. Hey, if you end up slugging it out and hitting 5 or 6 home runs, then hell yeah. But as you and I both know, Seth Lugo has been a pretty efficient pitcher, which is why everybody's been craving to trade for him this trade deadline. With that being said, you've got to take advantage of the opportunities that they give you. Even if, they boot the ball like they did tonight. If they boot the ball around a little bit, take advantage of those opportunities. But yeah, slugfest would be great, but just like I said, take advantage. Take advantage. Colin Ray's going to be there. Colin Ray's going to do his thing, give you 5-6 innings, and if the offense can just show up like they did today.
I agree. Yeah, you got to build on what you did today. I'm bringing it into tomorrow. I think the aggression on the base paths has to continue. Not just through this series, but yeah, just keep it up. At the beginning of the year, they were really aggressive. Felt like they took their foot off the gas a little bit towards the beginning of July, but seems like they're getting back to it for sure. But I love it. I agree with you too. I think that it puts so much pressure on the pitcher and the defense to just be perfect. And like you said, even tonight with like the crafty plays with Shaw and even the one play where Kelly came home and scored before PCA was thrown out at third. Like,
yeah,
it's those things that really determine the outcomes of the games, especially when you have weather like blowing in or you can't put balls in the bleachers. You can rely on that. So
for sure.
that's what they have to do. They have to continue that tomorrow. Like you said, especially a guy like Seth Lugo, you may not have a lot of opportunities, and you got to take advantage of them. So, but who knows? It might be a classic 120, just blow them out, have a good old time, and then move on. But it's definitely going to be interesting to see. And then after that off day, move on to the Crosstown Classic. I believe at guaranteed rate. So that's going to be fun. A little breather, honestly, before you go and play Milwaukee, which is
think about that. They next 2 road trips, you travel to freaking guaranteed rate field, and then you got to go to Milwaukee's whatever it is that has holes in it and leaks and all, and people pee in the concourse and everything. It's just 2 back-to-back really crappy road trips. So yeah, why not just beat the piss out of the Royals tomorrow? Like you said, a freaking slugfest. That way, yeah, you're having to travel where you're having to travel, but hey, at least you're coming in on a high note.
I agree 100%. Yep, 100%. Well, I think that we'll probably wrap up this episode, but I do want to tell everyone where they can go find our content. You can go to ontapsportsnet.com. We have plenty of Chicago sports content. Even outside of that, we have beer content, we have pop culture content, but we have Bears, Blackhawks, Bulls, Cubs, and of course, you have friends, as Tyler mentioned. It's going to be an awful time going over there, but you have friends that like the pitiful White Sox. They're doing a little bit better. They're starting to be fun bad, is what I'm hearing on the streets. Is fun bad. But we have a great team over here at OnTap Sports that covers that as well. So go check them out. Give us some support. Go on there, follow us, follow our YouTube, follow me at Nick_OnTap, at TeddyFreddy270. You can follow all the other guys here at Cubs on Tap. In the descriptions of our podcasts is where you'll find those handles. But Tyler, this has been fun. 6-0 victory tonight. Let's end on a high note together tomorrow. And what do you say? Let's get out of here the only way we know how.
Oh, for sure. I've got to give just a call out to tonight's, I believe it was the left fielder for the Royals tonight in John Rave. I believe it was John Rave. Fun little fact about John Rave. Illinois native. They were talking about him on the show tonight about how, his whole family were Cubs fans, but he grew up a Cardinals fan. Not too much longer right after that, what does he do? Michael Bush hits a little pop fly to the former Cardinals fan. And what does he do? What does he do, Nick? He drops it. Drops it in front of 40,000+ people. The Cardinals fan drops it. I mean, I'm sure he can probably ask Matt Holliday, hey, it's okay. Sometimes the lights get in your eyes and you just drop the ball. And, you can make every excuse you want to, Mr. Rave. I'm sure being a Cardinals fan, growing up a Cardinals fan, you probably did. And anyways, that's just another reason why we always say F the Cardinals.
Oh, yeah. And let's go Cubbies.